The title of today's lecture is The 9 Ways to Achieve True Greatness. And we're going to delineate between greatness and true greatness, and we're going to go into those 9 ways. Within the urge to true greatness is the quest for meaning and purpose, energized by the passion for life. So we know that part of true greatness, it has to be a meaning, a constructive purpose, as opposed to a destructive one. So true greatness involves contributing to society, to elevating humankind, elevating our families, our community, our nations, and all the citizens of the earth. That can be done through becoming better human beings, through being a good daughter, good father, mother, son. It can be done through the way we go about our jobs, our careers, our destiny. There are many ways to manifest this, and we're going to go into that. Well, one thing is always a part of true greatness. Humility is always a part of true greatness. Humility. For we know the roles of genes, upbringing, society, and history. So in some sense, we're responsible for our lives and creating our lives, or co-creating it, but we weren't given the genetic makeup we have, which allows us to do certain things and also imposes limitations. So in that sense, nobody's a totally self-made man or woman. We didn't even choose to be here. It wasn't even our to do great things or to be a great human being required being born, which also we had nothing to do with. It had nothing to do with our genetic makeup. Also, we're a factor of our upbringing. We did not choose our parents. We did not choose the society in which we were raised, or the time in history at which we were born. All these make us what we are. So given this, when anybody can achieve true greatness, it always has to be in a context of humility. And certainly for those who believe in a God, realizing that it was a God-given gift for those who have such a belief. Now I'm going to go over the 9 factors. The 9 ways to achieve true greatness. One is we have to reflect on the constructive needs of your family, community, our nations, and the world. The constructive needs. Now, there are many needs people have, some what you might call base or lower needs that appeal to people's lust for food, or lust in general, or lower ways of being. So we're talking constructive needs. Certainly the need to live, the need to be able to express our love, the need to have a meaningful work, to actualize our potential. These are all constructive needs. So each time in history has its own particular requirements, its own needs. So one of the 9 steps, one of the 9 ways to achieving true greatness is reflecting on those needs. The needs of these times, for example, right now there are many needs in terms of communication needs. So somebody might tune into communication and developing websites and learning computer skills, because it's a shrinking world. The oneness of humankind is being recognized more and more, whereas that was not an issue, let's say, 1,000 years ago. So in terms of the technology, putting time into technology at that time was not an issue, because that wasn't the needs of the time. We have certainly a need of the time now, particularly in our nation. We have a weakening of family ties or a breakdown of respect for parents. That's part of the needs of these times. 100, 200 years ago, children showed more respect for their parents. It wasn't as big a need then as it is now. So there are needs of the times. And to be able to achieve true greatness, one person has to address those needs. So that, for example, in bringing more respect for parents, a person may reflect that in himself or herself to show respect for his parents and for his or her elders. That way he's bringing that back in his or her way to the world. Or a person may write a book or do seminars and show the importance of respecting our parents, what effect it has if we do and the effects it has if we don't do it. Because if we don't respect our parents, we won't respect ourselves, because our parents are internalized within ourselves. And if we don't respect ourselves, we won't respect also the institutions of society. So that would be one of the needs of the times, as an example. So a person has to address that. Or it could be a time of turbulence between nations and we need peace. one person may decide, well, they're going to become a peaceful individual themselves and bring peace wherever they go.